Title: The Enchanted Carousel. In a quaint little village nestled between rolling hills and sparkling streams, there was a forgotten carousel at the edge of an old, overgrown park. The carousel, once a place of joy and laughter, had stood silent and still for many years. Its paint was peeling, and its horses were covered in dust, but the villagers spoke of a time when it was the heart of the town, filled with magic. One day, a curious young girl named Lily, who had just moved to the village, discovered the old park while exploring. She had heard whispers of the enchanted carousel from the village children, but dismissed them as mere stories. Intrigued, she pushed her way through the tall grass and vines until she found herself standing before the forgotten ride. Despite its dilapidated appearance, there was something captivating about the carousel. The horses, though faded, seemed to have an air of mystery about them, and the gentle breeze that rustled the leaves around it felt different, almost like a whisper calling her closer. Lily hesitated for a moment, but then stepped forward and placed her hand on the nearest horse. To her amazement, the horse's eyes twinkled, and a soft, warm light began to emanate from the carousel. The dust swirled around her in a magical dance, and the music, long forgotten, began to play once more. As the carousel began to spin, Lily found herself lifted onto one of the horses. The world around her blurred, and when it came into focus again, she was no longer in the old park, but in a fantastical land filled with vibrant colors and incredible creatures. The horses of the carousel had come to life, each one transforming into a majestic, magical steed. One horse became a shimmering unicorn, another a fiery pegasus, and yet another a graceful seahorse gliding over waves made of light. Lily was awestruck as the enchanted carousel carried her through this magical world. The unicorn guided her to a crystal forest where the trees glowed like jewels. The pegasus flew her over mountains of clouds where the stars were close enough to touch. The seahorse swam with her through rivers of liquid light where fish with scales of silver and gold danced around her. But as enchanting as this world was, Lily soon realized that the magic of the carousel was fading. The lights dimmed and the creatures slowed down. The enchanted carousel was losing its power, and the only way to restore it was to find the lost heart of the carousel, a magical gem hidden somewhere in the land. With the help of her new friends, Lily embarked on a quest to find the lost gem. They traveled through forests, crossed glowing rivers, and climbed mountains of stardust. Along the way, they faced challenges and solved riddles, all while the magic around them continued to wane. Finally, after a long and perilous journey, they reached a hidden cave deep within the mountains. Inside, the lost heart of the carousel lay on a pedestal, glowing faintly. Lily carefully picked up the gem, and at that moment, the entire cave filled with light. The gem's magic flowed through Lily and the enchanted creatures, restoring the power of the carousel. They quickly returned to the carousel, which was now spinning faster and faster, pulling them back to the real world. When Lily opened her eyes, she was back in the old park. The carousel had returned to its silent state, but now there was a faint glow in the eyes of the horses, and the breeze carried the distant sound of the magical music that had once played. Lily smiled, knowing she had restored the magic of the enchanted carousel. From that day on, whenever she visited the old park, she could feel the magic in the air and hear the whispers of the carousel, reminding her of the incredible adventure she had experienced. And though the carousel remained still, its magic lived on in the heart of the village and in the hearts of all who believed in its enchanting power.